Yeah, beat your addiction, live free. Ralf Friedrichs is who you see. Listen in when you're feeling low. Take back your life, today's show. Beat your addiction, live free. Ralf Friedrichs is who you see. Listen in when you're feeling low. Take back your life, today's show. Stay positive, hope, and keep faith. Stand strong against any odds that you face. Put away the alcohol and the drugs. Fill your time with the things you love. Addiction is tough, but it's worth the work. Treat your body what it's worth. Spread positivity, inspire all. If we stand together, we will never fall. I help others see the other sides of life. A sober life, letting go of the strife. So give me a call, I can help. 1-844-4405-HELP. Homeless shelters, hospitals, jails, wherever you are. I am Ralf Friedrichs and I am here for you. 1-844-405-HELP. Yeah, change your future, it starts today. Live life to the fullest, never skip a day. Create hope, spread positivity. Beat your addictions and negativity. Ralf Friedrichs is here for you. Call today so we can help you. 1-844-405-HELP. 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 We are here for you. Call us today.
Hello, my name is Ralf Friedrichs. I'm an addiction recovery coach and the host of the Take Your Life Back Today show. As an addiction recovery coach, I want to share something with you, and let me be crystal clear to leave an everlasting impact upon you. Just imagine being buried alive. You're in a coffin, but you know you're not dead. You don't know how to get out of that coffin, so you try to lift the lid, but the enormous weight of the dirt on the lid prevents you from doing that. You just think you're going to die. But then you say to yourself, maybe, just maybe, I can bang on the lid and the dirt upon the lid might start moving around, and someone might notice, and that way maybe, just maybe, I can possibly get somebody to start digging their way down to me. This is what it's like to find yourself at the lowest point of addiction. You know you need help, you know you can't do it on your own, but you don't know how to get help. In reality, there are probably people standing nearby. You just think you're going to die. People usually don't think about death when they're habitually abusing drugs and alcohol. In order to feed an addiction, you have to be great at repressing the fear of death. I often ask you, my audience, did it ever cross your mind that maybe, just maybe, you might overdose and take something that God had given you, life, away from you? With this, let me leave one last thought. Don't be the person in the coffin that didn't reach out for help. Instead, be the person that reaches out for help today by calling me at 844-405-HELP. That's 844-405-HELP. And let me help you take your life back before your life is gone. I just want to move towards the light so we have enough life. Folks, Larry Geis from the Geis Academy at 516-458-2741. Larry Geis and I always tell people like you, it doesn't matter where you came from. It doesn't matter what you've been through. What matters most is that you're here, asking for help. Please give them a call at 516-458-2741, or you can Google them at www.odysseyconsultant.org. Larry Geis from the Geis Academy. He will help you from your depression to your recovery. Let me try to, it's awfully dark, I noticed, so I'm trying to do this kind of like, hopefully that's a little better. He will also help you from your low self-esteem to higher self-esteem. Larry Geis from the Geis Academy at 516-458-2741. Larry Geis from the Geis Academy. If you have any questions and you can't get a hold of him, please call me at 844-405-HELP, and I promise you I will help you take your life back. Homelessness and substance abuse, folks. Link between homelessness and substance abuse is today's topic. Homelessness is often associated with substance abuse. While it is true that many within this group to have drug and alcohol problems, it would be wrong to claim that the two are always linked, because they're not always linked. Most addicts don't become homeless, and most homeless people aren't addicts. Many Western countries have stood the rise in the numbers of homeless recently, and this can't simply be attributed to substance abuse anymore. Homelessness occurs when many different reasons happen to many different people. It is a complex problem that does not appear to have any easy solution to it, folks. Some individuals may later turn to addiction, as some other ones might eventually keep away from it. Folks, here is the definition of homelessness. On the surface, the word homelessness can appear to have an obvious meaning, but it can actually be quite hard to define what is meant by this. Let's go to page 2. Now, this information was taken directly from a area in New York on a website for homelessness. This is because the word home is quite vague. Some people stay in cardboard and tent cities, which they might classify as their home. Others will go from shelter to shelter where they'll be able to find temporary accommodations. If the term is only used to refer to people living through and on rough streets, homelessness is classified as being totally homeless without shelter. If the term is used much broader than that, it is being used as in a broader sense to refer to anyone with no fixed abode, It would mean that the cultural groups such as gypsies would fall into the category. Many developing countries have enormous populations in standard and makeshift housing. In the United States, the federal definition of homelessness refers to people who include the following: anyone who doesn't have a regular or fixed nighttime residence that is adequate for their needs, those individuals who live temporarily in an institution, a shelter. This includes welfare hotels or anywhere that has not been created as a place for humans to sleep. Homelessness statistics, folks. Homelessness statistics are a cause for much debate. This is because there are methodological and financial constraints when it comes to collecting such data. The focus tends to be on those who stay in shelters or attend soup kitchens. This means that many individuals will never be counted in the numbers. There's also a problem that for people who are temporarily without a home, such as individuals who are likely to be missed in this data. Of course, the definition used to classifying people as homeless will often also have significant impact on these statistics. It is estimated there are 3.5 million people in the U.S. who would fall under the category of being homeless. This works out at about 1% of the population, which includes 1.5 million children. They are to believe to be 100 million people around the world without a home, so 3.5% of these individuals live in the U.S. It is also believed that recent problems with the economy may increase the number of homelessness by as much as 1.5 million people. What causes homelessness? Alcohol and drug abuse does lead to homelessness, I might add, but substance abuse is just one of many different factors, including the following: poverty, divorce or relationship breakups, mental illness, no local affordable housing, escaping abusive home, those individuals who previously had housing in the army or in an institution, failure to receive child support, a personal tragedy or post-traumatic stress disorder, natural disaster victims, unemployment, inability to get social assistance, a wage that is way too low to pay for housing, poor physical health, those individuals who have been socially excluded, physical disabilities, family breakdowns, lack of affordable health care, debt problems. Those are all reasons to cause homelessness. What are the dangers of homelessness? Homeless people tend to be most vulnerable members of society. Some of the biggest dangers that they face include the following. Thank you. Health problems within the group tend to be ignored. This means that they can have different medical and mental health conditions which go untreated. The homeless are far more likely to become a victim of crime. There is very little personal security available for such people. Such people are more at risk of developing nutritional deficiency that can lead to health problems. Homeless shelters can be dangerous places where people can be bullied or have their belongings stolen. In a lot of cities, it can be safer to say that streets in a shelter. It can be hard to maintain personal hygiene when you're homeless. Such individuals may be picked upon by authorities because they're considered vagrants. Homeless children have trouble accessing education. There are huge difficulties obtaining employment. Harsh weather conditions can make people sick or even kill them, folks. Such individuals are less likely to escape addiction. Substance abuse and homelessness. It is believed that 38% of homeless people abuse drugs and alcohol, alcohol, and 26% abuse drugs. These statistics show that substance abuse among the group is significantly higher than the general population. This has led to some people to conclude that it is use of alcohol and drugs that is most important contributing factor to the situation. It is unlikely that the situation to become clear-cut as this. It may be that many of these individuals turn to addictive abuse, substance abuse, which means that they can't cope with reality. While there are many individuals who turn to substance abuse as a means to cope with homelessness, reality does set in where they are also utilizing for that. Abusing alcohol and drugs can be highly detrimental to the life of the individuals. It can rob them of everything, including their job, family possessions, and friends. Addiction is always involves downward trajectory that can be easily lead to homelessness, folks. Social selection versus social adaptation. Social selection and social adaptation are two models that have often been used to explain homelessness. Social selection theory would see substance abuse as a pathway that leads the people to the situation. Social adaptation theory favors the idea that people may adapt to the situation by abusing drugs and alcohol. It is likely that people that both offer a partial explanation to the relationship between substance abuse and homelessness. Homeless substance abusers are more vulnerable as a group. Alcohol abusers and drug users can be a particularly vulnerable group within the homeless population. Many shelters will not admit anyone who is drunk or high. This means that the individuals will often be left to fend for themselves. This can be particularly dangerous during the winter months. Such individuals will often find it more difficult to make use of any available help that is provided by community or social services. In recent years, there has been an increase of numbers of wet shelters where individuals can go even if they have been drinking. Homelessness is a complex problem, my friend. The fact that there can be so many contributing factors that lead to homelessness, which means to be a complex problem and hard to fix. A common problem is that people fail to consider the views of homeless themselves, but instead try to remedy the situation without such consultations. This often leads to responses that don't prove effective or only offer a temporary solution. In order to help people escape their current plight, it is important to investigate what drove them towards homelessness in the first place. If these causes are not addressed, and it can mean that the individual will never be able to temporarily solve their housing issues without the proper help. Folks, this is what homelessness is all about. Let me go to the first page. Mind you, I want to explain why the quality of my video is as dark as it is. This is another day in the state of Alaska. I did a videotape yesterday about the state of Alaska. As you can see, I have a light in the background. I'm here in Bethel, Alaska. Lights in this hotel room, which I must say is a pleasure and a privilege to even have a hotel room, is not very feasible. But it's the message that I am expressing to you, more important than the visual of you seeing me. I assume by me looking into the camera you can see me very well. Not clear. Homeless and substance abuse. The link between homelessness and substance abuse is often associated with substance abuse. While it is true that within the group do have drug and alcohol problems, there are so many different reasons why homelessness happens in the first place. And I just wanted to go through that list real quick one more time with you so you see what causes homelessness. Poverty, divorce or relationship breakup, mental illness, no local affordable housing, rent arrears, escaping an abusive home, those individuals who were previously housing in the Army or other institutions, failure to receive child support, natural disaster victims, unemployment, released inmates, domestic violence victims, poor physical health, those individuals who have been socially excluded, physical disabilities, family breakups, lack of affordable health care, and debt problems. If you are watching me and you find yourself every once in a while to be homeless, please go to your local Yellow Pages and go look up your local social service department and ask them for help. Help is out there, as I said in the beginning of my video here, that if you don't go to people and talk to them, whether it's about your alcohol and drug addiction, whether it's about your depression, whether it's about your low self-esteem, and even if it's about homelessness, you need to reach out, and you need to reach out before it's too late, folks. I hope this was a very informative segment. I hope to God you all have a great day, but I hope and I pray that you all have a sober rest of your life and you have a shelter for the rest of your life. And may God bless you.
Yeah, change your future, it starts today. Live life to the fullest, never skip a day. Create hope, spread positivity. Beat your addictions and negativity. Ralf Friedrichs is here for you. Call today so we can help you. 1-844-405-HELP. 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 We are here for you. Call us today. The show is over, but your life starts today. Taking back your life's the only way. Keep faith, stay positive, push through. Take back your life, it starts with you. Alcohol and drugs can't control your life. Let go of the negative and the strife. Ralf Friedrichs is the man guiding your way. The show is over, but your life starts today. Call Ralf Friedrichs at 1-844-405-HELP. That's 1-844-405-HELP. We hope you love the show today and tune in next time. Take back your life, today's show with Ralf Friedrichs. Yeah.